I bet you right now it's the girl that's trying to think if she wants to keep that baby or not. But I'm here to tell you, my sister, don't have that baby. I wouldn't wish a baby daddy on my worst enemy. Okay? Get rid of that baby right mother now. If you don't, you're gonna regret it. You got your friends around telling you, girl had a baby, I'm gonna be the godmama, I'm gonna be the auntie. The friends ain't gonna be around, baby. You're out of there. You ain't gonna have no friends, no fun, and no funds. Go to that clinic right now. That man don't deserve no baby out of you.
These people are diabolical. Honestly, they really are diabolical. Now, I'm trying to take into consideration a source. And I don't know anything about this girl. And I didn't have an opportunity to deep dive into her profile, but I'm definitely going to link it back in the description of this video. As I always like to give the content creators credit, regardless of whether I agree with them or not. But, it's so many different ways that we need to slice this. And I promise you, I'm going to replay the video in its entirety so that we can get the full context. But the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear her speaking like this is, because I'm going to assume that the intentions are well. All right? I'm going to assume that the intentions are well. Why don't we tell people not to get pregnant out of wedlock in the first place? Why is that such a difficult concept? I haven't even got to contraception yet. We'll get there. But why is it so difficult for people to not have children out of wedlock? Is that too much to ask? Have we completely lost the plot? Do we not need to be able to cite statistics and understand that children that are raised in a two-parent married household are much more likely to be successful, much more likely to graduate college, much more likely to have a fulfilled life to where they get married also, less likely to go to jail, less likely to have a whole lot of debt, student loan debt, less likely to have a bunch of different bodies and then have baby daddies themselves? Why aren't we teaching proactive prevention instead of we're saying, hey, if you get pregnant, don't have his child? Don't y'all realize how much that tears up your body, how much that destroys you? I just learned about Plan C about a month ago, I believe, maybe 3 weeks ago, but somewhere 3 weeks to a month ago. I didn't even know that they were selling Plan Cs like that. I thought that everything was cool, that people just went the traditional way. I thought that Planned Parenthood was still booming. I know that they pulled up to Chicago during the Democratic National Convention last year, and so I thought that people had figured it out. Lo and behold, little did I know that people are now only taking PrEP, which doesn't necessarily prevent you from getting pregnant. It just prevents you from being able to contract HIV. I don't think it prevents you from getting other diseases. It's mad out here. It's literally a madhouse. And I'm assuming that she's being well-intentioned to basically tell women not to become baby mamas. But man, there's so many steps that you have to take before you open up your legs to the guy that you're not supposed to have children with in the first place that I'm just confused. I'm genuinely confused. Is it that difficult, ladies, my black queens? Is it that difficult to identify a guy that will marry you, A, you being able to keep your legs closed to guys that won't marry you, B, a guy that is bad for you, C, or to determine whether or not he wants to marry you, D, before you open up your legs to him? How do y'all find yourselves in this space? And I'll do you one better, and then we're going to go ahead and replay the video and rock out. You wouldn't believe the amount of guys that has told me, both in the chats, in my live streams, and coaching calls, that the women never tell them to go and get a rubber. I almost think that the condom companies got to be going extinct because ain't nobody using rubbers no more. Everybody is using alternative forms, which is basically nothing, which is basically Planned Parenthood, which is basically Plan C. I hate everything with a plan to it nowadays. It's crazy. But let me go ahead and rewind this. Let's get the full context because I want to understand the source and I want to make sure I'm not missing nothing, all right?
I bet you right now it's the girl that's trying to think if she wants to keep that baby or not. But I'm here to tell you, my sister, don't have that baby. wouldn't wish a baby daddy on my worst enemy. Okay? Get rid of that baby right motherfucking now. If you don't, you gonna regret it. You got your friends around telling you, girl had a baby, I'm gonna be the godmama, I'm gonna be the auntie. The friends ain't gonna be around, baby. You're out of there. You ain't gonna have no friends, no fun, and no funds. Go to that clinic right now. That man don't deserve no baby out of you. He ain't gonna marry you. He ain't gonna change once that baby come out of you. He's gonna do you the fuck in. Do you hear me? He's gonna do you in. So if you sitting there thinking, do I really want to have this nigga baby? If that's even a fucking thought in your mind, it's already over with.
They calling y'all the N-word, big dog.
Okay? Whenever you gotta sit and think about some shit, don't you think that ain't a good decision, huh? Come on now. Like, I don't think that y'all understand that one bad decision can ruin your whole shit. Okay?
Yeah, like opening up your legs to a person that you wasn't supposed to be with in the first place.
Your whole life. All because you sitting up listening to Pookie and them. Because Pookie got 5 baby daddies, 10 kids. You want to be like Pookie. You want to be a baby mama so fucking bad. That's not going to ever get you no motherfucking where but drug to the pits of hell.
She got a real potty mouth.
So, go have that baby if you want. And your life is forever going to be fucking ruined.
Jesus Christ. Look, bro, we don't even have no morality anymore. You know, I didn't realize how much I was against abortion until probably recently over the last 2 to 3 years, because I've never put myself in a position where I ever had to make that decision. I was always very, very intentional. And I was so intentional that, you know, we decided that if we were ever going to have a child, that we was only going to have one in order to pour everything into it, because this world is so fucked up. And every day we confirm just how bad this world is by looking at these videos of these people that are telling on themselves. And, you know, never mind the morality of having an actual real fetus, a soul, being deleted. And I don't know if you guys ever been to one of these places or drove past protesters that hold up those signs. Those are the only protesters that I've ever seen in my entire life actually have a sign that is effective. They be having whole pictures of it. And I remember I used to drive by, and I think I told this story on the Millionaire Morning Show before. I used to drive by on my way to the steel mill long time ago, on my way into the steel mill, and we had to pass a place that I didn't even know. It was very nondescript. I didn't even know it was a place that performed these type of procedures. And one day, because I would see people protesting with the signs outside all the time, but I never paid as much attention as I probably should. And one day I actually looked at the sign and I was like, what the heck is going on here? And so, you know, aside from me actually understanding that the impact of how it hurts people and how it hurts people's bodies and how many millions of souls has probably been lost as a result of it, and how many people just feel like they could just delete something and they're not even proactive about the whole situation. It hurts my heart to think that women are giving advice like this. It's crazy. Make sure y'all tab into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments.